A landmark week in our national story, because this week we saw the end of coal. The end of coal, the power that built this country for many years. And now, as we see the end of coal, we see the new future on our horizon with carbon capture and storage. The largest program in this new and vital industry anywhere in the world. That is incredible. Right here in Liverpool Bay and on the East Coast in Teesside. 4,000 skilled jobs for working people. And this is the big political divide now between invest or decline. Carbon capture is a race that we can win. We have the financial know-how in London and Edinburgh, world leaders in green finance. We have the geology. The UK continental shelf holds a third of the exploitable carbon storage space in all of Europe. Just think about that. Our geology, a third of everything that we have in Europe. Huge potential for our country, for the jobs of the future. £10 billion from Blackstone, which I announced last week from the US. And then the Tories spoke about doing this, but they didn't actually do any of the agreements, and they didn't put the money aside. So that is the big change. And this is the big political divide now between invest or decline. We've had the decline bit for 14 years. We were elected in for change, and the change is investment.
Manufactured in the UK are made by us. The government and NSERC are both...
And yes, that is partly caused by international issues, but it was worse in this country because we didn't stabilise the economy, we didn't invest in renewables years ago. Because with renewable energy, you get lower energy costs for good. Not just for one winter, not, capping for a few months in necessary circumstances, but lower energy bills for good because renewables are cheaper than fossil fuels. And for me, there's no substitute for coming to places where you and others work. In relation to the Chagos Islands, look, the single most important thing was ensuring that we had a secure base, the joint US in particular, UK base, hugely important to the US, hugely important to us. We've now secured that, and that is why you saw such warm words from the US yesterday. Thank you for listening to us, but thank you hugely for what you do. We're going to draw up some principles so that everyone can see the basis on which donations, etc., can be accepted. We're working on that. Until they're drawn up, I decided to repay so that any future activities of me or anybody else are in accordance with whatever the new principles are. That's my personal decision. I'm not saying others should do the same, but that's why I did what I did.
Of our kind in the world. We want to be a great place to work. We employ 2,000 people.